SMT Nation, we back. Two stories for you here today. We're going to link both in the description. All right, the first one is from Verizon, and the second one is a bit of a, I don't know, we'll call it a bonus, extra crickets for you, if you will. It's about Twitter, but it does tie in telecom because it involves the great one, John Legere, and possibly going to Twitter. Oh my goodness, what a story. All right, let's get things started first with the Verizon news. Verizon business chief says fixed wireless access could drive one fiber expansion. Deanna Govertz, Fierce Telecom. Story linked in the description. Okay, while others in the broadband industry are chasing the fiber opportunity, Verizon has placed its bet on fixed wireless access, or cellular home internet. In a strange way, though, Verizon business CEO Sampath said expansion of its fixed wireless service could actually drive it to deploy fiber in additional markets beyond the 60 it covered through its One Fiber initiative. Wait, what? Very nice. All right, now for those of you that don't know, Verizon has what's called the One Fiber program, or it's actually a business, the One Fiber business. They started it about 7 or 8 years ago, if my memory serves me correct, in which they are going to build out their own fiber backbone to become the owners and operators of things like their fiber backhaul. So running fiber to their own tower sites helps them generate more revenue in terms of like margins and profitability. And they've done so to the tune of 50,000 miles of fiber across 60 markets, primarily NFL cities and tier one metro areas. So they haven't really done their own fiber outside of those major markets. But it looks like, based on this, One Fiber assets, for wholesale dark fiber and enterprise services could expand beyond those markets. Sampath, the business CEO, said the total addressable market for those services alone in the markets it serves is really big, noting it can build out last mile fiber to reach near net opportunities within 30 to 60 days. Folks, that's actually really good business. That's good numbers. If that is indeed the case, you could see why they're definitely considering this. So, in theory, using One Fiber backbone to expand Fios fiber to home offering, but Sampath said they're not interested in that. They're interested in building out a fixed wireless business. So basically, you would be feeding your fixed wireless with this fiber, right? So your C band, your millimeter wave, all of that gets pushed with your own fiber backbone infrastructure. It makes total business sense. I will tell you guys, internally, my contacts at the big red carrier do like the prospects of the fiber, the One Fiber build expanding, even if it's not for fiber to premise, even if it is just enterprise, even if it is for the tower sites, even if it is for fixed wireless access. They like the prospects of that. And I agree. It makes total sense. And that's why, last week when there was all this hoopla about T-Mobile building out fiber, and that means that they're abandoning millimeter wave, I disagree. I think when you own your own fiber, it increases the likelihood of doing millimeter wave. Because if you notice, where does Verizon have millimeter wave? In One Fiber markets. You know what I mean? So they absolutely go hand in hand. And it's obviously much more economical to run fiber on a traditional backbone type footprint and then just use millimeter wave, where you can have one node connecting 2 or 3 blocks. You don't actually have to run fiber and have technicians on every single address, even though it would be better, right? But if you want to make it a business use case where it's like, yeah, we're going to alleviate congestion on mobile networks and we're also going to run fixed wireless, we're going to double dip. That's where it starts to make sense. So the RI calculation comes into play when you look at a three-headed monster: business enterprise, millimeter wave, C-band fixed wireless access, and mobile network offload. It all makes sense. In my opinion, folks, it would be wise for Verizon to investigate every possible outcome for them to expand outside of their top 50 PAs. Because that's essentially where they're doing this, right? They're the NFL partner, the 5G partner. So you got, 30 to 35 markets right off the bat covered with One Fiber build. And then you've got an additional 20 or 30 markets currently. I think their goal within the next couple of years should be to expand to another 20 to 30 markets, right? Start looking at the 60, 70, 80 PA. And who knows, maybe by 2030, you're looking at 100 PAs, the top 100, and expand where you already have it. Just start building outwards. You just can't lose. right? The business use cases make sense. The enterprise to the tower sites and fixed wireless access and just offload the mobile traffic. And you can distinguish yourself, right? You're going to be scaling well beyond what T-Mobile can do. They just simply don't have the capital. Meanwhile, Verizon does. And you don't lose with fiber. I just, where is the loss? This is huge, actually. And I see this as a likely outcome. Comment down below on these, my commentary as well as the story. All right, next one. This one's a bit of a bonus for you. All right, Editor's Corner. This is from Linda Hardesty. Now, this is an opinion piece. This is not reporting something that's going to happen. It's actually reporting a little, swivel thing that happened on Twitter. Oh, the Twitter drama. John Legere, the former CEO of T-Mobile, who made T-Mobile and the Magenta brand iconic, came in and completely disrupted an entire market, the mobile wireless industry, when AT&T and Verizon had in a stranglehold, right? And Sprint was failing. John came in, snatched up some market share, got a couple of mergers, and look where T-Mobile is today. And it's really, it's we have to give him some of that onus, right? He was there for all of this. So yeah, we have to give him his due. All right. So John has offered to run Twitter. He is offering to take all those responsibilities away and help Elon as the operator of Twitter. So he says, let him run Twitter. And Elon Musk said no, like right away. Okay. So in the exchange between the two, John literally said, maybe I should run Twitter. You can stop managing daily business and content moderation, support product and technology. Let someone else run Twitter. I'm expensive, but so is what you paid for Twitter. P.S. Please be leadership example of how to tweet. All right. So I don't know if you guys are monitoring this. Some of you might be on Twitter. Elon Musk bought Twitter. He paid a lot of money for it, and he's got his hands in it. All right. The first thing he did when he got in there, he fired a bunch of people. He fired like half of the employees, and he fired most of the executives, if not all of them. And to be honest with you, if I paid all that money and those people were stinking up the joint, I'd probably get rid of a lot of them too. Regardless how you feel about firing people, it's not really me wanting people fired. It's just look at the way the company was. It wasn't very good. So here comes this guy who's very powerful, has a lot of money. He's going to do what he wants. Okay, so Musk himself refers to himself as a free speech absolutist. I will tell you my personal opinion on Elon Musk, if I do have one, which I don't have much of an opinion on him. I just think he's a blowhard. He talks a lot. He has this really interesting political dynamic about him, where his business ventures all stem into like politics. Meaning, if the politics go one way, his businesses go one way, and if they go a different way, it's going to impact his businesses quite a bit. So he has a very deep rooted interest in the politics of where his businesses operate. So you have to kind of frame it that way, I think, to have a good scope on this. But anyways, here's kind of my take on John Legere being, like running Twitter. This won't work. And I'll try to explain myself as thoroughly as possible. The reason this won't work is because Elon Musk paid money for this. And to him, it's like a brand new toy. And he does not want to just give up his toy, right? To someone like John, who, not that John wouldn't be a good operator of Twitter, it's that John requires and demands full autonomy. When John went to T-Mobile, he probably literally said to the board, to Deutsche Telekom, I need to be able to do whatever I want. I'm going to completely change the culture here. I'm going to change all the operations. However things have been going, it's failing. We need a complete turnaround. We need a complete revamp and facelift. He's going to want to do the same thing at Twitter if he's going to be given and granted this power, which means Elon can't say or do anything. That's what John demands. He demands full autonomy and not someone breathing down his neck telling him what to do. So that would have to be in confidence. John would have to have that, right? That would have to be secured. That would have to be an agreement. And Elon will not give that to anyone. There is nobody on this planet that Elon will heed to with respect to anything that has to do with his money, his businesses, or anything he's involved in. This will not only never happen, even if it would never work. These are two very different people. One who wants his hands in everything, and wants full control of the other one wants the same control, right? But I will tell you, would John be successful if he had full control of Twitter? Probably. He would do everything that Twitter was doing before and do the opposite because Twitter was failing, right? Nobody has been happy with the content moderation, people saying you don't have freedom of speech and all this, being canceled and all that, right? John would probably figure out a way to make it work. He's brilliant, right? Elon would not let anybody else have that kind of control. So I guess they're actually similar in that respect, right? They both need full control. And when you have two individuals that want full control, it's not going to work. Just take a look at the Dallas Cowboys. When Jerry Jones, the owner, hires a coach who wants full control, Jerry just won't give it to them. So, look at who coaches there. People that can be walked over, people that can be controlled and told what to do. It's basically what it boils down to. So this is a funny, cool, interesting, nice little headline. This will never happen, and it would never work. Not between these two guys. No way. And by the way, John's rich too. He cashed out. He got some pretty serious payouts for the T-Mobile and Sprint merger. Plus, as a CEO, he made a lot of money too for almost a decade. Anyways, thought this was interesting. Again, link is in the description if you want to check out that article. Go to Twitter. You can check out that exchange as well. Comment on both these stories. Love to hear what you guys have to say on it. Like, share, subscribe for more. Turn on the bell notification icon to never miss an upload. Links are in the description for all things going on with the channel and words of positivity for you as we let you go here at the end of the video. Every new day is an opportunity to be great. Go out there and be great. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Peace.